Electric bikes. This is an electric bike. Here, what I'm about to show you is pretty much what you need to build yourself your own personal electric bike. That's the motor. If you look closer, you take this off. There goes the battery. These are Headway batteries. They're one of the most stable batteries, easy to put together, and they got a long charge time, and they last a long time, up to 3,000 cycles without diminishing, well, slightly diminishing battery capacity. But you could pretty much take any bike. You need a voltmeter. That's this right here. This allows you to take control of what's the voltage in each battery. Every battery needs to be at 3.65, which is maximally charged. It can go up to 4.2 on these Headway batteries, and I'll show you what the Headway batteries is in a second. Headway batteries come in a package like this. They're shipped from mostly overseas. Doesn't take long to come. But what you get is these type of batteries. These are 10 amp hour batteries. They will go pretty much 10 miles. I would say for every amp hour, it's about a mile at full speed. And that range is based on a 30 mile per hour speed. So if you go slower, you'll get more distance. But figure 10 amp hours per 10 miles. So here you go. You can see, let me show you. Right here, we have different tools that we're going to be using. You don't have to have all these tools, but this is what I tend to keep together. Have some extra rubber laying around from an old bike tire. This piece right here is a specialized piece. I use these to mount my battery on. You can also get yourselves a piece like this from Home Depot. Whether you drill into the holes, get yourself some sturdy metal. You can even go as far as getting smaller section pieces, as long as you get a flat surface that allows you to be able to place the battery flat and firmly on. This piece right here goes around the what I would call the handlebar, not the handlebar, but the fuck is that shit called? I ain't making a video and you be forgetting what the fuck it is. But either way, it's this shit right here. That's what that goes around. On this particular bike, I did not use that setup. I went a different route. I drilled holes into this section right here, from here, using a flat piece drilled in, came through there, flat piece right there, drilled through there, to get that flat surface on the top, because the way these bikes are designed, they are oval shaped at the top, so it'll easily slip off. I use a lot of these zip ties. Not the most sturdiest of routes, but like I say, they do the job. Let's talk batteries. These are 16 Headway batteries all put together. You gotta align all of these batteries flowing in one direction, positive, as you can probably see, maybe not. Positive N always looks like this, negative N looks like that. So what you want to do is you want to, well, you have positive N here, negative N like this. You want to keep them running in series, which means positive connects to negative and negative connects to positive. So the next one would go, if you had a second one, would go exactly like this, and the next one like this. And the way the series goes, if you looked up to this way, it would flip and then go the other way, like that. So it pretty much snakes all the way around. That's the way it goes. So, as I said before, getting these 48 volts, each battery represents 3.2 volts. So if you multiply 16 times 3.2, you get roughly 48 volts. At maximum charge, it's a little bit higher than that. It's more like 56 to 55 volts. but it normally comes back down to around 54 or something like that. So pretty much I'm about to get started on getting to the bike that's going to be adapted to be an electric bike, which is this bike right here. These are probably one of the best bikes to make an electric bike with. Reason being, as you have the ability to put a lot of string mounts, twist ties and stuff that can connect all through here. It has an excellent shock absorber that can allow you to put a lot of stress on the bike. You're going to have a lot of torque coming into this area, so you want to make sure you don't have a bike like this. A bike like this will get the job done. A bike like this will get the job done. However, it's not as stable and comfortable a ride as having a bike that works like this. Shock absorbers tend to be a must. That's why every bike that I create now is always going to have shock mounts. So where do you get your electric bike motor from? Electric bike motors come many fashions, many ways, but ultimately you get them from online, either 1,000 watt, 2,000, 500, 750 watt motors. Box is open. What you see is you get all this type of stuff. Bunch of styrofoam, worthless nothing. You get one of these, which is what I normally put around the bike as a cover. Here you go, extra ties, zip ties, stuff like that. So boom, inside the box you always get, well, it depends on whether you buy it, you get this controller. This controller allows you to, it's pretty much like, not the engine, but a place that controls throttle, energy, fluctuation of power within an electric bike. Now, if you look closely, you'll see that there's a lot of different cables. A lot of times people get mixed up. This cable right here, they call this a HAL sensor. I never used this cable. Don't worry about that. This cable right here normally comes in red and black. This is the connection piece that's going to connect your power to your battery. Red is hot, black is normally not hot, so obviously it's going to connect up in there. These two wires right here, red and black, is going to go to battery ends, negative and positive. If you connect these wrong, which you cannot, at least on this one, you will end up short-circuiting more than likely short-circuiting the controller, and that would mean you have to spend another $50 to $100 and buying another controller. So make sure whenever you do have a voltmeter, which can allow you to know whether you're putting the right electric current through the right wire. So back here on this done-made bike battery, kind of old now, but you got two different whatchamacalls. You have the hot side and then you have the cool side. So normally the hot side is going to go here and the cool side is going to go there. So you got just like this. It'll end up connecting like that. One side there, one side there. And that'll then connect to your controller, and then that will connect to your motor. These right here, these are your three phases: yellow, blue, and green. This is a garbage green color, but if you switch the green and the blue, you can get it to go in reverse. Yellow remains the same, but if you wanted to get it to go in reverse, you would only, unless you hook up a switch wire that could make the green and blue switch over with just a flip of the switch, you could get a reverse function. But you'll probably fuck your motor up if you decide to just switch from going full speed to switching over to reverse. So I mean, you could try it. I never did, but it's a way to get it to switch like taped up right here, black tape. That's the type of shit that happens. Every time you pretty much taped up here with this cord. This is the cord that comes out of here. Tape up here. And now I'm about to string this, tie this up. All's well. So this is on. This piece is on, tied together by zip ties that will shake, but it's like no different than shock absorbing. This will move, it's good, it's sturdy, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna run this up, and this is gonna be the piece that connects to both ends, red and black. All you wanna do is find a way to connect this temporarily. You never know, you might have to take it apart. So what I do is I tend to zip tie everything around as many times as necessary. Latch it on to something that ain't never gonna change. Something like that, simple. This right here. I have enough space to make it up and connect to here, whichever way you want to set it up. So come back with this up here. So that, even if I go through here, back around, is it forward or backwards? Tap this forward. Be some type of block. Put that up in there like so. Straighten that bitch out. I know it ain't straight. Murder. For right now, we just want to make sure that we got power. The light turn on. Which direction? Yes, we in there like swimwear. And that's what it is. That's pretty much the gist of it. You got your 48 volts coming through. You have your 48 volts of power. You have both sections from the fire side to the non-fire side, red and black, which is connected to there. That connects to the motor. The motor powers through, pushing you forward. You have your throttle piece, which connects here. And that's pretty much this piece right here that come through. This is pretty much as tight as it need to be. This is where it needs to be. Everything tight. You can spray paint that all black, and then all you really got to do is get this on there tighter, because right now it's not so tight. You could probably get some expanding foam and spray that up in there, and what that'll do is it'll fill all those gaps and holes, or either get some hot glue, fill those spots. But it's better to probably go with the expanding foam. You can see some of the old expanding foam I used from a previous project, and that's pretty much the gist of putting together an electric bike. Like I said, these heavyweight batteries run for about $15 a piece, so you can imagine putting 16 of them together normally runs around $380. They go up to 15 amp hours. This is a 10 amp hours. 15 amp hours would be a little bit fatter, a little bit longer. You put it together and you have yourself a cheap way of getting around. As always, brakes will work as brakes supposed to, and that's an electric bike.